Today we are going to explain a Japanese science fiction horror movie called As the Gods Will. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. The film opens with an ordinary schoolboy named Shun. Shun has grown tired of his daily life routine. He goes to school and comes back home to do nothing. He plays video games to kill some time, but soon he becomes tired of the games too. Devastated by ordinary life, Shun stands on his balcony and prays to God to end his boredom and bring excitement to his life. Little to his knowledge, his appeal to God is accepted, but in the wrong way. The next day, Shun goes to his school only to learn that the school is turned into a game where his class teacher's head explodes and a Doroma doll head appears on the front desk. The doll turns her back on the students and sings a weird lullaby. She then turns back to the kids and kills the ones that are moving. The classroom turns into a bloodbath and strange red bubbles cover the entire floor that are coming out of the exploded heads. Shun's friend Seitake notices that the doll is targeting kids that are moving, so he tells Shun to stay still. Some students notice that there is a 1-minute timer set at the back of the doll and a switch that should supposedly turn the doll off. All the students rush things and run close to the doll, but she explodes their heads. Shun realizes that his prayers are accepted, but he didn't want things to turn out this chaotic and dooming. Slowly, everyone dies except Shun and his friend. They notice that there are only 30 seconds left on the timer, so the friend comes up with the idea to shut the doll. He asks Shun to take leverage by jumping on his back and flying close to the doll so that it can be turned off. Shun follows the plan and successfully turns off the doll and throws it off the desk, but the doll climbs the desk back and announces that she is going to kill everyone except the person who turned off the button. The doll then targets Shun's friend and explodes his head in an instant. In terror, Shun runs out of his class and finds a girl on the floor who is just as terrorized as him. The girl goes by the name Ichika. She tells Shun that she has also won the game and her entire class was killed by the same Doroma doll. The two decide to stick together and call the cops, but unfortunately, their phone signals are blocked, which has made it impossible to call for help. Slowly exploring the building, Ichika and Shun enter their basketball court, where they find other students that are wearing mouse costumes. Shun and Ichika read a statement on the floor which says, "Feed the cat's bell." With that being noticed, a giant robot cat emerges from the ground. The cat is the size of a giant mountain and has a spring installed in its neck, which allows it to wobble and eat its prey. The cat starts eating the students that are wearing mouse costumes. Shun and the other students find a giant metal ball on the ground that has a timer just like the Doroma doll and a basketball hoop that's on the cat's neck. They assume that they have to dunk the ball just like they do in basketball. They decide to send forward the best player who is good at dunking. It comes to everyone as a shock when the cat uses its paw to smash the guy into a wall. The boy gets hit against the wall so hard that he dies. The ball then ends up in Ichika's hands. The cat comes to attack Ichika, but Shun shows up in his mouse costume and distracts the cat since the cat was targeting the mouse mascots more than others. While distracting the cat, Shun learns that the cat speaks and is demanding her back be scratched. The cat claims that if the students please her by scratching her back, she will stop killing. The kids do as the cat says and climb her back to scratch. The cat becomes relaxed and goes to sleep. In the meantime, Shun decides to take the chance and dunk the ball in the hoop that is attached to the cat's collar, but everyone else stops him because they think the cat will kill everyone else like in the first game where everyone was killed except the winner. As they argue, the cat wakes up angry and starts killing students again. In this situation, Ichika and Shun give the cat a real tough time. At one point, they cover the metal ball and a basketball in clothes and aim at the hoop, thinking this will confuse the cat and she will not be able to detect the real ball and hence will fail to stop them. Besides, time was running out too. Shun takes his shot but misses. Just when the time is about to run out, the school's best basketball player named Amaya shows up and dunks the bell without the fear of being killed. He finally dunks and ends the game, but everyone else including Shun and Ichika thinks that they are going to die now. The cat announces that she has selected Shun and Ichika as the winner along with Amaya and kills everyone else. Here, Amaya brings to their attention that this is the game of gods, and it's happening in other schools besides theirs. Only the strong ones are chosen as survivors. Amaya further compares himself to Shun and says that Shun is strong just like him, which creates a slight animosity between them. Suddenly, the cat blows smoke from its mouth, which puts the three of them to sleep. The scene then projects the conditions of Japan, which are not any better. Families have quarantined themselves in their houses in terror and are constantly watching the news to stay alert. It is shown that multiple giant cubes are levitating in the air. Each cube has a winner survivor in it and is taking the winners to a giant building. Many people try to get inside the cubes, but they fail. Randomly, a homeless man is seen fixing someone's broken radio with a single touch. This hints that he is somehow playing a role in the deadly games. Subsequently, Shun wakes up in a white room where he meets up with another survivor girl named Takumi. He becomes happy to see her because as was his childhood friend. The two then meet another boy and a girl who are smart too. All four read a statement on the board that tells them to find the key to get out of the room. As they turn back, they see four floating Caucasian dolls that tell them the rules of their new game. They say that they are going to blindfold all four of them one by one, and they're going to dance around that one blindfolded person. They will then circle a person and sing a song, and when the song ends, the blindfolded one will have to guess the name of the doll that will be standing behind their head. And following the previous games, the wrong guesser will be killed. The dolls start the game with the intelligent boy who fails to tell the name of the doll behind him and gets killed on the spot, making everyone else fear their death. They blindfold the other girl and she dies likewise. The doll then picks Shun, and as the time gets up, it stops singing. They threaten to kill Shun for failing, but Shun hears them talking and guesses the right name. The doll claim that they will still kill him because he guessed the name after the timer, but Shun reveals his master plan. He plays the sound of the timer that he recorded when the smart boy and the girl were dying. Shun claims that he fooled the dolls by playing the fake timer sound, whereas the real clock hadn't timed out. Luckily, this is considered a win and the dolls explode one by one. At last, a giant key is found from one of the exploding dolls' heads which they use to get out. As they get out, they are united by a boy who saves himself from a scary-looking robot. There, Ichika shows up too. They move forward and enter a room where they find two other boys. Everyone happens to be the winner of the same game that was just played with Shun and his group. They puts the keys in a giant cat's face in front of them, but it appears that they need one more person to put the key and reach the next level. Soon, Amaya shows up with another dude whom he was leaning on. When Amaya reaches the cat, he kills the dude he was taking help from. Then all 7 members put the keys in the cat's face that demands them a quick dress change for their next game. Meanwhile, it is shown that the gamers inside the building are getting live telecasted and the entire country is watching them on big screens. Now all 7 of them enter a frozen chamber where an animated polar bear shows up and asks them some questions to create conflicts in them. The bear asks simple questions and kills one guy for not answering right. He then claims that someone from the 6 players is an imposter who is actually with the gaming gods and is only between them to lie and create conflicts. He gives them a short time to find out or else he will kill everyone. Shun starts suspecting Takumi and tells everyone that she is not even from their school. She was only his childhood friend. Despite Takumi proving her innocence, Shun takes her name and gets her killed. Upon seeing human blood coming out of her, Shun realizes Takumi wasn't the imposter and yet another innocent has been killed. Shun outrages and points at the bear for being the actual liar and conflict creator. This turns out to be the truth, so the bear burns to ashes. With this, the remaining 5 students reach the final round where the doll congratulates them for making it this far. The doll explained the rules of this game that require 4 of the students to hide away, whereas one of them will be the demon who will find the hiding players. If the demon is successful in finding all the hiders, he will be considered the winner, and the hiding players will die. And if any hiding player manages to kick an empty tin that has been placed in a circle, he will die and save the others. This action test who are willing to sacrifice their life to save everyone else's. With that being said, the doll spits out matchsticks from their mouth and asks the players to pick one. During the matchstick picking, Amaya is declared the demon and everyone else has to hide away from him. Amaya easily finds the first 3 players including Ichika and forcefully puts them in the cage. This leaves Shun behind. While Shun is hiding, Amaya laughs and shouts that it doesn't matter if Shun comes out or not because he's going to win and survive. Shun is in a pickle. He wants to win and survive, but at the same time, he wants to save others too. Ichika shouts from the cage, letting Shun know that he doesn't have to worry about them and keep hiding until Amaya is declared the loser for not finding all of the players. However, Shun finds a very heavy armor and comes outside with a genius plan. Amaya thinks that Shun has put on the armor to stay hidden, and all he has to do is remove his headpiece and win, which he easily does. While he's still laughing, Shun reveals his master plan, which was to let Amaya take out the headpiece so that Shun could chain him. He is successful at tying the chain to his leg. He then jumps into the sea, which also pulls Amaya. Amaya realizes this and quickly unties himself. On the other hand, Shun also manages to get out of the armor before drowning in the sea and comes back. Both look at the tin and starts running toward it so that they can kick and save others. Both reach the tin at the same time, but Shun wins by kicking the tin first. However, this doesn't kill Shun. The doll shows up and declare everyone the winner and claim that they lied about the sacrifice thing. They only wanted to see who was the most heart-giving person. With this, they ends the game and start the fireworks. They give Shun and Amaya ice cream for a celebration, but when they finish the ice cream, they find out the names of the actual winners written on the ice cream sticks. It is then revealed that Amaya and Shun are the real winners since they were the only smart ones that were also lucky. The dolls then kill the rest of the players, in which Ichika is killed too. Whereas Amaya is happy about winning and earning a huge title, Shun seems too depressed. He states that he doesn't believe in God anymore because God cannot take the lives of the innocent and do something so sinister. The dolls prove Shun wrong and introduce him to the conductor of the game, who is the same homeless man who fixed a broken radio with one touch. As Shun looks at the homeless man with hatred, the film ends. Subscribe to see more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.